How we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode number 23 of our West Ham United career mode, and we are down to the nitty-gritty of the season here. 3 matches left to go as we look to fight for an elusive European position. We really need to be on our A game late on. We're starting the episode off here against West Bromwich Albion, away from home, so it's always going to be a tough test at the Hawthorns. They're down the bottom of the table trying to fight for their Premier League survival, so they definitely need to come out with a lot of composure and play very, very well, because as you can see, they're just 1 place away from the drop ball. We're in 7th, 3 points behind Liverpool and Man City, so we will need some help to potentially get into that top 6, but I think if we can come away with solid victories in our final 3 matches, we will be able to do that. We'll have 2 matches in this episode, and then the next episode will then be the final match of the season. Of course, you can see Yelovich is up front for West Bromwich Albion. We sold him to them in the January transfer window, so a decent side. They have some solid players. They're definitely going to be defensively resolute, but we'll have to see. As long as we can contain them offensively, I think we can break them down and score a goal or 2. Butland in goal for us. Jenkinson will come back in on the right-hand side. Tompkins, Reed, and Cresswell, Song and Noble, Valencia, Morales, Payet with Diafra, Saka up front. So we're rotating the squad a little bit, giving some players chances to impress as we get late in the season towards next season. So we'll decide who we want to be able to sell. Thank you for the transfer recommendations that you have given early on from the last episode. Like I said, keep throwing them out there if you haven't done so already, because any guy you will suggest will be put onto the short list for next season, and then we'll decide who we can bring in with the money that we have. First 2 chances went to us. Valencia with some nice dribbling, and then Payet's free kick came off the underside, or was tipped onto the bar by the goalkeeper from the free kick. Butland with his first real save in about the 17th minute, and we come forward in the 28th minute now with Morales. He's found his way through, finds Dimitri Payet, skips around a couple defenders, lays it back to Kevin Morales. He's trying to create room for a shot, but it's straight at Foster, and somehow he catches onto it. Great bit of goalkeeping, and from there he clears it away as far as McManaman. It comes back out to Alexander Song, who takes it and holding midfield for us. Lays it back inside to his midfield partner, Mark Noble. Down to Carl Jenkinson. Back to Payet's lovely football right now from West Ham. Sacco with the ball. Out to Morales. Dances inside the defense. Scoots past him. Into space. Back to Sacco. Sacco! Lovely finish from Diafra Sacco. It's a goal straight out of the Barcelona playbook. The passing was pinpoint, textbook, and beautiful. Look at this. Morales, lovely skill to get past this man, and then lays it off to Sacco, who's got the easiest of finishes. Just has to put it in the back of the net past Foster. No chance for the West Brom goalkeeper, and it's 1-0 to West Ham United. A lovely finish from the Senegalese strikers. He looks to fend off Callum Wilson, Andy Carroll's claims to our first striker position. All 3 of them are up for grabs, or should we bring in a new striker? Let me know in the comments if there's anyone you'd rather see us have up front. As Sacco, only with 5 goals in the Premier League. We'll do a more in-depth statistical analysis, thing like that, in the next episode when we recap the season and what have you, but we can see a couple of good chances here. Valencia, I thought he should have won a penalty. He was absolutely barged over by a West Brom defender, but he did still get a shot off, and unfortunately it was blocked, didn't make its way toward the frame. But another good chance as Valencia steals the ball away from the defense, lays in Diafra Sacco. Another good chance for him to finish it, but Foster again with the, he's got stickum on his gloves, because anything struck at him he catches beautifully. So good chance though. Song with another chance late on in stoppage time. It's a fantastic save from Foster, who's definitely been on his A game aside from the 1 goal we put behind him. But 46 minute now, straight away from halftime. Jenkinson in on ball, finds Dimitri Payet. He skips around a defender. Can he go through and finish? Dimitri, it's hit the goalkeeper, and it's in the back of the net. That man, Dimitri Payet. We've got Payet. Dimitri Payet. Lovely finish. Great composure to skip around the defender. He's just so silky on the ball, and he shows that off here. Nice pass in. Bing scoots around the defender. Has no problem finishing off. Foster does get a piece, but nothing the defense could do to keep out of the back of the net. Dimitri Payet should be the league MVP in my opinion. He's been unbelievable. Should win top player in the Barclays Premier League, but that remains to be seen. We'll have to wait till the next episode to see if he's able to garner that award that I think he, well and truly deserves. But it's a great finish. You can see how much it means to him, and we take a well-deserved 2-0 lead. We're dominating the game, and we just need to hold West Brom off from here on out. But another good chance for Payet. He lays it inside to Sacco, turns past 2 defenders, should finish it, but straight down the throat of Foster. It's right into his chest, and he calmly collects it. Another good chance as Payet's been stringing together the attacks. through and through for us. Lovely backup from Sako. Songa to finish it, and that would have been goal of the season candidate because that was a stupendous backheel from Diafra Sako. Valencia then showing off his pace as he takes the ball away from McLean on the right-hand side of the field. Finesses it, but Foster with just another stupendous save to keep the ball out, and it's still just 2 goals to the good for us, and West Brom looking to make us pay as McLean plays the ball down the line to Stefan Sessegnon. The attacking midfielder dances around Winston Reid, eventually lays it back to McLean. He goes to strike it, but it's a phenomenal block from Alex Song there to keep West Brom out. What a bit of play. The West Ham fans are ecstatic about the way we've been playing this season, and they are putting voice to those thoughts, giving us an absolute momentum boost as we come back the other way. Morales into Dimitri Payet. Payet, beautiful outside the foot pass that Ener Valencia is able to latch onto with a bit of luck. He has to score to make it 3, and Foster holds his ground yet again and makes another big save that will allow West Brom to potentially get back into it. Gamboa, counterattack, finds Berahino, who's come on as a substitute, and that's a lovely headed finish from the England striker, the youngster, with a great goal. They just caught us on the counter. We sat back, but we threw some numbers forward after an earlier chance. Berahino gets just in behind the defense, and it's a great finish. Tompkins unable to catch up to his run, and it's a good finish from the England man as West Brom trying to salvage their Premier League future with a comeback if they can here. But McLean finds Sessegnon. He takes it down on his chest from 16 yards. He rockets one to the bottom corner, and everything has fallen apart for the Irons here at the Hawthorns. What a goal from Sessegnon. He takes it down on his chest and hammers it past Jack Butland, who really was left stranded with no chance. It's an unbelievable strike. And West Brom have spared their blushes, completely stolen 2 points away from West Ham United as the matchup would finish in a 2-2 draw. It's really disappointing, especially with the way we played. 11 shots on target to their 4, and we're unable to come away with a victory. Really disappointing. You have to give full credit to Ben Foster. It was unbelievable. Man of the match for me was Valencia. I thought he played very well on the right wing, even though his player rating doesn't show it. 2 points for Saka, who should have had 1 billion goals, and 1 point for Mark Noble, who I thought was stupendous in the center of the pitch, our captain, our skipper, and he's been unreal all season, no question about it. But we do have then some scouting reports. You can see we get rid of a lot of the dead wood that we're looking at and give some chances here to Cortez. Might be beneficial to come into the team, and we're going to take a look at the remaining couple players here. Benitez maybe, but then we go into a scouting update here. Obiang again getting fully trained, like I said we were going to try and do. I wanted to get him up and overall if possible. He's getting close to 78. If we can get him to 78 by the end of the season going into next season, I'll be pretty happy. We then get a scouting report on the English boys potentially coming into our team. Nobody that exciting, but Malvin Roberts looks like he could get a chance, as does Hayden Kelleher, but we're going to keep scouting them and look forward to potentially seeing what they can offer us. But now, the last game at the Boleyn Ground, the 7th of May 2016, West Ham United hosting Swansea City. It's going to be emotional. Obviously, we know we're going to be playing at the Boleyn Ground throughout this career mode, but in real life, this would be the final game at our dear old Boleyn Ground, the Upton Park. What an absolute stupendous stadium it is, and unfortunately, we'll be leaving. It's going to be a good move to the Olympic Stadium, no question about it, in terms of the club trying to move forward, but still bittersweet to leave the home that you've been at for over 100 years. It's going to be emotional, and we need to come away with a victory for all the West Ham United fans that deserve it. Swansea say they're already down for next season, so they really don't have anything to play for. They just want to spoil us, as a win, like I said, could keep us within a shout of 6th place, so we need to come away with a good chance. Morales, the player to watch for us. He's done very well since coming in from Everton, and we want to look to him to do very well on that left-hand side. Valencia, Morales, Payet, Sako, our 4 up front again. Pretty much the exact same lineup. Tompkins has come out for Ogbonna, but otherwise it's going to be the exact same lineup that we did play in the last matchup, so hopefully they can take that early lead like they did previously, but hold on to it this time. Swansea coming out with Mishu up front, Sigurdsson in behind, and Ayew, who was linked with West Ham last summer, potentially being the danger man that could spoil the party that hopefully the last game at the Boleyn Ground will be. And straight away from kickoff, the first chance would fall to Swansea with Mishu playing Barrow through on the right-hand side. He comes forward, and Butland with a game-defining save possibly. If Swansea score there, it already puts us behind the 8 ball, but thankfully he does make a phenomenal save, and that allows us to hold steady early on as Jenkinson plays Sako through on the counterattack. Diafra, he sees Payet making the run through. He's completely through on goal. The man goes down, takes him out. That has to be a penalty, no question about it. The referee's giving it in the 8th minute. Kyle Naughton takes down the man, the myth, the legend, Dimitri Payet, and he's been sent off. The referee gives a red card to Kyle Naughton. The former Spurs man has completely seen red. He's gone bonkers in this matchup, and it's allowed us to win a penalty and then play against 10 men for the remaining 81 minutes. So if Noble, our captain, our legend, can slot this away, we look to be in good shape to come away with the 3 points. Marky Noble steps up and he buries it. What a strike from Nobes. A great finish from our captain. He's West Ham through and through, and you can see the emotion that puts through him to score that lovely penalty. We know he's about the best penalty taker this side of the equator, and that is a lovely finish from the England man. Great goal through and through, no question about it. Puts it up in the roof of the net. No chance for Fabianski, and it's a 1-0 lead in just the 9th minute for West Ham United. It's one that we're going to look to take all the way to the bank. Great goal from Noble. 6 goals in the Premier League this season. I think 5 of them were penalties, but still a great return from a holding midfielder. You don't usually expect that from him. Song then plays Sacco through. It looked to be a second just 3 minutes later, and unfortunately Fabianski with a lovely save. Sacco looked to have been offside, but he wasn't, and Fabianski was into a great save. Another good chance for Payet, but Fabianski standing his ground yet again, holding things at just a 1-goal advantage for us and giving Swansea maybe a chance to come back into the game. But 25th minute, we coming forward in absolute droves right now. Valencia is through, and that is a shocking attempt at goal. This is a player that needs to convince me that he should be in the team next year, and he's not going to do it with finishing like that. Into the 32nd minute now, Diafra Sakho taking his time on the ball, plays Alex Song through, strikes it from range. It's another phenomenal save from Fabianski. We're running into super keepers in this episode. They seem to have boosters on their feet, stick them in their gloves, and they are stopping everything. But Song lays into Mark Noble. Swansea have really no answer for our pressure right now. Payet dances around Fabianski. He has to score, but unfortunately puts the ball into the side netting on another great chance in stoppage time of the first half. We get into the second half now. 49th minute. Valencia dancing through on the right-hand side. Chips the ball over the top to Song. Comes on for a header. It's all the way down. He lays it off to Sacco. Hits on the volley, and Fabianski collects it somehow. It's just absurd how he's able to hang on to that ball. But Song with a really good tackle allows us to come forward on the break. Morales play through from Payet. He's got to score, and somehow the ball just takes an inch too far away from his foot, and he's not able to just bash it into the back of the net. But Song playing some lovely forward passes right now, finds Valencia, lovely 1-2 with Payet. Valencia has to score, but Fabianski again. It's just a refrain you're hearing time over and time again that we are getting stopped cold by a goalkeeper. Swansea with their first real chance to do anything comes from a free kick. Thankfully for us, it's inches wide, and that would be pretty much the only way that they're going to score is from a set piece, because otherwise they are getting no pressure on our goal whatsoever. And that shows you how huge that Butland save was in the first minute of the game, because if they score, things are completely different. Payet does miss a good chance yet again in the 66th minute, and unfortunately we're still hanging on to a 1-0 lead. If they hit us once on a counterattack, we could be in trouble. Payet playing with Andy Carroll out wide to enter Valencia, switched out to the left-hand side. Carroll with some good pressure, but Swansea holding strong. Carroll looking to win that header down. He finds Callum Wilson, who's come on. He dances around a couple of men, has to finish it, finesse, but Fabianski equal to the task yet again, and we're into the 75th minute now. Jenkinson on the ball on the right-hand side, finds Callum Wilson, who's playing on the right wing. Back inside to Dimitri Payet, who's dropped a bit deeper, to Cresswell, the left back, who somehow found his way forward, and unfortunately he skies a shot that would have put the game away at this late hour. But Swansea, one final chance possibly to equalize and end our final homecoming at Upton Park. Ball out wide. Montero heads it wide to the goal. No chance to score. And late on in the game, Butland now with a goal kick, flicks it forward towards Andy Carroll. He's able to get a head on, finds the feet of Callum Wilson, takes it down in plenty of space. Pedro Obiang with a run forward. He's got a great chance, lays off to Carroll, takes one touch out of his feet. It's in the top corner. Sir Andrew, Lord of Carroll, with possibly the final goal in the history of Upton Park, and what a goal it was. Great little ball inside from Obiang. Carroll collects it, 2 touches out of his feet, and that is a thunderbolt of a finish into the top corner. Lovely strike from the big man, and it's a goal that will no doubt seal 3 points on our final home occasion here at the Boleyn ground. What a strike from Andy, and it was a well-deserved finish, and it's going to give us the victory that we truly deserved with the way we played. But 5 goals for Carroll as well, so he's coming out even with Sacco thus far in the Premier League, so they are going to definitely have something to say about who will be starting next season. But one final free kick from Swansea puts the ball away, and that would be all she wrote. A 2-0 victory. The players go everywhere around the stadium and applaud all of the home fans for all their support throughout the season, throughout the years. It's well deserved. It's a beautiful victory and a great way to go out. Obviously, like I said, in FIFA, we'll still be playing at the Boleyn for the duration of this career mode, but if we're thinking of it in real life, this would be our final game at Upton Park, and what a way to go out. Man of the match for me was Alex Song. You saw how many forward passes he was playing. They were beautiful. 2 points in the man of the match feeling went to Mark Noble, the captain. Completely just led us throughout this entire season. Plenty of goals, put away the penalties when he needed to. And then 1 point to the man, the myth, the legend, Dimitri Payet, who was unbelievable for us all season. You saw we came forward in droves. 17 shots to their 4, 10 target to their 2, and a well-deserved victory. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. As always, be sure to leave potential stories for Hammers headlines. I do have a couple that you guys have submitted that will be coming out soon, probably at the start of next season, when we talk about transfers, transfer targets for next season, positions we need to strengthen, as well as who you think was our best player this season. As always, leave in the comments. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you've enjoyed the videos, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.